I want to start off by talking about my recent layoff from a company I spent a decade of my life at. I was first introduced to the company by my grandmother's friend. I was unemployed at the time, coming out from another crappy call center job. So I was happy with anything that did not involve sitting in a crowded cubicle, getting bombarded by calls from angry strangers. At this new job, I started out working at the front lines before I was transferred to an office position. I was first tasked with entering item prices from various suppliers into an Excel sheet, so our purchaser can decide who to purchase what from. This task would literally take all day because they were basically sending an Excel sheet around the departments for them to fill the order. So what I did was I moved the order form to a cloud-based spreadsheet. And not only that, I learned the JavaScript necessary to automate the price entering, as well as generating and emailing the order sheet. So what I essentially did was I reduced at least 12 hours of workload in a week for the company. And later on, I will implement my system to other locations. There were countless times where I was able to save the company money, reducing the workload while taking on more responsibilities. Now, what do I get for all the work and time I put into helping the company? A layoff right before Christmas with no severance or even a 2 weeks notice. Most of you already likely know that companies don't care about you one single bit. But I was naive and foolish, so I thought this time would be different. I have worked many jobs throughout my life, and I can safely say that they serve nothing more than to let me pay the bills. I was not happy before, during, or even after work. I would avoid certain activities so I can save my energy for work the next day. When I do things I enjoy, like playing video games or drawing, my mind still thinks about work. And after I get home from work, I'm too stressed out to cook, so I end up paying a premium for food delivery, while I try my best to decompress. Then there's the constant thought in my mind that tells me I should learn new skills so I can find a better job. It's an endless loop of finding, getting, and keeping a job. Because without it, I would become homeless and be regarded as the unwanted trash of society. Even a month after my layoff, I still think about why, whose choice it was. I try my best to be on good terms with everyone at work, but all my efforts throughout these years all get thrown out the window, just like that. I feel like I can't trust people anymore. I want to break the cycle. I don't want to work for a person who can decide whether I get to eat or sleep based on their mood. I don't want to work for companies that sees me as nothing but a number. I have put in a lot of time making videos and drawing and just doing other things that I did not have the energy to do when I was working. And I feel great because everything I'm doing is for myself, not to please some higher management. I want to end this video with some advice for those who are getting into or are early into the job market. As someone who has done jobs from retail to manufacturing and to office work, regardless of what others say, no matter how hard you work, how much time you put in, how many sacrifices you make, at the end of the day, the company do not care. And you will not be happy when that day comes when they tell you to pack up your things and have security escort you out of their property. Yes, it doesn't matter how much you improve their business. It is their business. They will tell you to put your blood and sweat into it, and then after they drain you of everything, the only thing you will get from them is the final check in the mail and nothing more. Never compromise your sanity and your well-being for the job. It is just not worth it. You will get fired or laid off sooner or later in one way or another. The moment you start your first day into your job, know that is your ultimate fate, unless you are able to jump into a better shape somewhere in between. We live in a very, very bad time right now, but as a millennial, I can say that things used to be better, and it can be again. Until then, I will keep making videos to help you guys feel happier and maybe provide some courage. I will see you guys in the next video.